Welcome back to Plants and Paperbacks. In this episode, I thought I would read you the second edition of my book, The Tale of the Switch Witch. We did just have Halloween after all, so let me know in the comments below if someone in your family had a visit from the Switch Witch this year. Okay, let's get started. The Tale of the Switch Witch. Lola Periwinkle knew a very, very special secret. Her older sister once told it to her on the night before Halloween. Most children go out to trick or treat on Halloween night dressed up in the perfect costume. They collect as much colorful candy as possible, going door to door and shouting, "Trick or treat!" One by one, candy treats fill their pumpkin buckets and pillowcases. Most children will run home and spend the rest of the evening gobbling up each candy, chewing so fast they can hardly even taste it at all. Lola, however, knew a most magical secret about Halloween night. Sure, some children were known to gobble up all their candy, but there were others who didn't because they knew the secret of the Switch Witch. Lola's sister had told her this most secret story, and the tale of the Switch Witch went something like this. Once upon a time even here and now, Halloween comes to visit and candy is passed around. Some are known to eat it, but they don't know what could be, for when instead they trade their candy, then the Switch Witch magic they would see. The Switch Witch is anything but scary. She is gentle, kind, and true. She flutters in while you're resting and will trade sweets with a gift for you. She twirls her wand over the candy, a shining rainbow of magical light, and suddenly the sweets transform into a special toy on Halloween night. She will have left you something even more special. When you awaken, there is candy no more. The secret Switch Witch leaves her surprise beside the bed, just there on the floor. Lola Periwinkle, dressed in her favorite superhero costume and, grabbing her pumpkin bucket, set off on a candy-gathering mission. She went house to house shouting, "Trick or treat," with her friends. Piece by piece, slowly, her bucket filled. She knew some of her friends might eat their candy, but she had a better plan in mind. She had already written out her letter to the Switch Witch the night before, politely asking for a special surprise. After her night of Halloween fun, Lola ran upstairs, gathering her candy into one giant pile beside her bed. She left her note beside it, slipped into her pajamas, and drifted off to sleep. She knew the Switch Witch would soon come to visit. And sure enough, at the stroke of midnight, while Lola lay fast asleep, a fluttering of little witch wings could be heard as the Switch Witch quietly parked her glittery cinnamon broom beside the windowsill. The Switch Witch smiled at Lola as she slept soundly and thanked her in a whisper for saving her candy for something even more magical. What patience Lola Periwinkle must have, the little witch thought to herself, to wait all night for a surprise instead of eating her candy. With a twirl of her crystal wand, threads of beautiful rainbow colors filled the room as the candy magically transformed into Lola's special surprise. The wings could be heard fluttering to the windowsill once more as the Switch Witch whispered, "You made a great choice to wait for my surprise, Lola Periwinkle. See you next year." She then hopped onto her cinnamon broom, and away she flew into the night to the next child's home that also knew the secret tale of the Switch Witch. Happy Halloween! I hope you enjoyed this reading of the second edition of The Tale of the Switch Witch. That's by me, Catherine Frances Ammon, available on Amazon now. And here are some photos from our Switch Witch visits. That one on the bottom center there is from our very first Switch Witch visit. She swapped her candy for a baby Emma doll and some baby doll goodies. Here's another one where she got a book of making paper airplanes and Little Blue Truck's Halloween and some fun experiments. Here's some discussion questions for you when you're reading this with your family. And about the author with a QR code there if you want to scan it. Thanks for listening, and I hope the Switch Witch comes to your house to visit next year.